Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea. Okay, at the Juicy Tea, 1111 energy to be direct. Man, I cannot believe the channel message that I've been receiving, and let me tell y'all, I've been receiving this channel message for a whole week. Okay, been trying to ignore it for an entire week, and it is not going away. Then it doesn't help that every time I turn on YouTube, the message is in my face. Okay, so only take what resonates and leave what does not. The channel message is over a course of years, many years, okay, before you were even born. For some of you, your family has encompassed an illness, okay, and this illness was driven by money, okay, the lack of money, okay. Your family, over the years, in chasing money, it has driven them literally crazy to the point where they will do anything for money. There has been things within your family, and only take what resonates, okay. Somebody dropped in the comments about me being in their business. I'm thinking, hey, we're all one, okay. So when we're all one, that means that I cannot take my energy out of a read. No one can. So I don't ever believe somebody that's telling you, oh, their energy's not in a read. Oh, yes, their energy is in the reading, okay? That's why we're all one, okay? Universal law, first law, we are all one, okay? So many of you may resonate with this message, you may not. So if you don't resonate with it, it's not your message. But if you do resonate with it, then it's your message, okay. First and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping in. I am truly grateful. Let's go on and hop into this energy, because I'm telling you, your family has actually driven themselves crazy over money, literally, okay. And this started even before you were born, okay. So before we continue, I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my guides, ancestors, and protectors to stand with me. No harm, no deception, no lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcome here. And so it is. Okay? Family, let me tell you something. Woo! Your family has been driven by money since their existence. Okay, this is before you were even born. So your aunties, your uncles, okay, your daddy, your pappy type energy, okay. And I feel it's on your father's side. I'm not picking this up from your mother's side, okay? But some of you, it could be your mother's side. But your mother's side, they too were driven by family. But your mother may not have been. This is the message. Your mother wasn't driven by money because your mother was an earth angel. They knew they could attract what it was that they needed. But they may have driven your mother insane for some of you. Driven your mother crazy to the point where she lost her ability to manifest, okay. Some of you could be the opposite. It could have been your father, but your father, for many of you, is a demon. Okay, this is the message. Tell me more about this message, please, and thank you, Spirit. Tell me more. Came out in the reverse. Boom. This is something they will never confess. I promise you. They will never confess driving either your mother or your father insane, but I feel like it was your mother. I feel like your mother was being attacked by both sides of your family, because she is definitely somebody who is a chosen one. Okay, she was a chosen one by God. She had went through a lot. This is what I'm picking up. She went through a lot. It was all your family's doing. Your father is a demon. I keep hearing your father is a demon. Damn. Tell me more. Your father is a demon. Yep. It's all behind these unspoken desires. Unexpressed inner desires, often hidden. And when I say often hidden, it was more than just what they needed. It was what they wanted. Okay? So their hidden wants, because we live by two words, right? Needs and wants, right? Your wants must be taken care. Your needs must be taken care of. Your wants are things that you can put on a back burner and get it when you get it, right? Because that's something you want. But your needs must be taken care of. These hidden needs were actually wants for these energies I'm picking up on. And it definitely affected their emotions. They were unstable as hell. You got a lot of unstable family members. When I tell you this, I mean it. They are driven by the mighty dollar. Before I started the reading, I was hearing Bones, Thugs, and Harmony. For the love of money, gotta make this money, man. You know what I'm saying? That's this energy that I keep grabbing, and it's been like for a week now. Tell me more, Spirit. It's a very chaotic energy also, okay? Yeah. And this is the unspoken tension that's within your family. And when I look over, this is why your family is always in some sort of chaos. But this is unspoken chaos. This is internal chaos. Like these people's minds be off the Richter behind a dime. Okay, unspoken tensions. Tensions lurk beneath the surface. This is the energy. This is the tension I've been picking up on. These confessions that are unspoken, they are causing internal chaos within your family. I'm a magnet for trouble. Your family's a magnet for trouble. Okay? And it's not your fault. It's their fault because they are always on some materialistic gains. I'm telling you. Some of your family are terrorists, I'm hearing. Some of your family members are terrorists. Shit. Okay? They do shit. Weird shit. Tell me more, Spirit. And this is a silent understanding amongst the crazies in your family. This is an unspoken understanding, okay, that created a deep connection within your family. Shit, your family's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Your family is a magnet for just all kind of weird shit. And they do a lot of it. They do it and they hide their hand. Your family does a lot of shit and they hide their hand. They do things within communities. I can't make it up. As I look over, they do things within communities and they double cross a lot of people to include you. You have been facing betrayal or being double crossed by your family. And they partner with communities to do it. They partner with people to do it. Your uncles, your daddies, your siblings, they may have even recruited your children. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Lord have mercy. Wow. And this is a shocking discovery because I feel like people are discovering this. There has been a lot of discovery behind a case that you may not even know about. I keep hearing that too. A shocking discovery in a case that you don't know about. This could be headed your way. There's something that's headed your way. Okay? There is something. Somebody got, they even brainwashed. Wow. I'm hearing the word brainwash. They have brainwashed people. This is too much. Yes. It's complicated. Didn't I just say this is too much? Because this is something you would never ever think of. You would never ever think of anything like this because it's just not how you're wired. It's not within your blood. It's not within your DNA. It's not within your ancestors' DNA. Your family has fallen way outside the box when it comes to your ancestors' DNA, their ancestors' DNA. Like these are the kind of people right here. I'm telling you, wow, they would have sold the whole goddamn colony out just for their benefit. Damn, what is this? Ooh, leverage. Looky. They do things for leverage. You do things just because you're surviving, and it's not like you're surviving off of nothing, trying to do nothing toxic to nobody either. Your family's fucked up. Quick disclosure: I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call our names without it too. Your family's fucked up. I mean, fucked up, fucked up. Like there's a whole nother word for dysfunctional for this family here. Okay. It's real complicated. It's more complex than it seems. Spirit is telling you because it's not just about the leverage that they seek. It's something. I keep hearing for the love of money. Yes, look what came out. Past life echoes. Some connections or feelings feel like echoes from the past life. Like these people right here, they know that history is repeating itself. Something your family's been doing for a long time. History is now repeating itself. Ooh, what is this that's already flipped over? Wow, look, what's already flipped over? History, it's unmasking the motives. Some people, true motives begin to surface, I'm telling you. And it had a lot to do with them starting out. See, this started out as something adventurous. This started out as something they just wanted to try to see if it would work. And this has been going on for generations. Your family has been willing to sacrifice family members and other people, friends that they had who are now foes. Your family has been sacrificing friends, families, and foes. And this shit's starting to catch up with them. I cannot make it up. That's where there's a... Listen, this temporary distance here says the distance in the relationship is temporary and things may reconnect later. See, that's what they was hoping for. That's what they were hoping for. But the divine has pulled you all the way away from your family. Like, they are not trustworthy. You can't trust these people. There ain't nothing in the world you're going to be able to do to ever trust them people. They can never come back into your life because these people right here, they've been plotting on you since day one. They've been being brainwashed. Your family members have been brainwashing your kids. They've been brainwashing your siblings. If you have any, your siblings is already cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so it didn't take much for them to even jump on the bandwagon. Your cousins, supposedly cousins, everybody has been brainwashed, knowing good and goddamn well you move with the Most High God, and they know that shit. They can't never say you crossed their ass. They can't never say you did some shit that crossed them, and they know it. They know it. These are the people that are fictitious. They make up lies about you, and then they try to get other people to remember some bullshit ass lie that they know never even took place. You remember when they did this? No, bitch, I don't. But they will try to force something onto someone. That's a gaslighter right there. Trying to force some memory that never existed because the motherfucker's crazy. I mean, stark crazy. Cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs. Because once somebody keeps approaching you with some bullshit, right, if you're a weak-minded individual, eventually that weak-minded individual is gonna start saying, oh yeah, I remember. Bitch, you a lie. Oh Lord, I'm over here cussing this morning. Is it Sunday? I hope it's not. This is what caused y'all to drift apart at the bottom of the deck. The connection between you and someone else, it definitely has faded, and it's with all your family members. The connection has faded, and some of the family members, it was never even there. It was never even there, and you were wondering, like, damn, this is family. I should be feeling more connected to them. Like, we should be like ride or die type energy. Not for this here family I'm picking up on. Oh, hell to the no. See, they didn't like the fact that at the bottom of the deck you were spreading positivity. You kept radiating positive energy and influence. These people were out here testing your limits on that. Finally, you had to say, I can't deal with this kind of a family, because they kept testing your limits when it came to you spreading positivity. Because you like, damn, why ain't we all just getting along? You always had some weird ass family members, and you knew it from day one. You was like, these people are not operating with a full fucking deck. And you just okay, let me spirit got me over here tickled, but not, because as you look back on your life, you like, damn, they did strange ass, weird ass shit. Your whole family was doing strange, weird shit. As you, when you were a child growing up, you were noticing like, damn, these motherfuckers is kind of strange. Why are they doing that? Or that doesn't make sense. Or like somebody, man, I'll never forget one time my uncle did some bullshit to me, y'all, and I was like, wait a minute. This nigga gave me, well, this man gave me some weed and some mushrooms, told me how to take the mushrooms with Coca-Cola, and then gave me a bag of some old dusty, brown, dirty looking weed shake, right? he helped me with the mushrooms. Okay, we in the basement in his room. He helped me with the mushrooms. I was like, I don't want them. He was like, nah, just try them. He was like, it's just try it. He had me put this nasty shit. I mean, they were disgusting. I damn near threw up. He was like, nah. Chew them and drink this Coca-Cola, right? I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm 16. I am 16 years old. And I'm like, ooh, excuse me. I'm like, I want the weed. I'm a 16-year-old. I was like, yeah, I want the weed, but I don't want the mushrooms. And he's like, yeah, try these. These better than weed. You'll love it. I must have tried them damn mushrooms. Look, I go upstairs to help my grandma cook. I'm in the kitchen cracking the fuck up. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I am laughing my ass off, and I'm thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? My grandma even looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, grandma. She's like, that ain't even funny. What are you laughing at? And I'm just tickled, okay? Tears coming down my face, laughing my ass off, right? My uncle comes upstairs and says, Mom, she's high. Y'all, the way he said it was with conviction. So I was shocked as shit. I'm not gonna front, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna even, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I was shocked as shit that my uncle came upstairs and said, Mom, she's high. I must have looked at my uncle and I looked at my grandmother. I said, but he's the one that gave it to me. My grandma looked at my uncle and that motherfucker didn't have a word to say. That's your family. Some of y'all have experienced some weird ass shit like that, because that was just bizarre to me. I'm like, you came upstairs and told on me that I was high, but you the one that gave it to me? Now, granted, the marijuana, man, that was back in the day. We used to call it backyard boogie. Now they got that endo stuff running around, okay? Back in the day when I was growing up, you had to have a lot of money to buy you some endo. But for that dirt weed, that brown backyard boogie weed, right? Yeah, you didn't need, it was like shit. You can get a $5 nickel sack. Where you think they got the song? I got 5 on it. Okay, messing with that endo weed. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you to hit some endo, you had to pay somebody $5. Let me just hit your blunt once. I got 5 on it. You know what I mean? Listen. Your family been a whole hot goddamn mess for a minute. I'm serious. They have been like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, like out to fucking lunch. Whoo! Look, and people walk. This man and his face, the way he be eating them noodles cracks me up every time I see it, because his whole face is looking like, like a movie. He watching, he waiting to see when you catch on type energy, okay? Yes, okay? These were the people trying to bridge differences that there was nothing they could bridge with you, okay? There was a whole bunch of differences here. And I don't just feel in a cultural aspect, and then in sometimes it was, Yes, it was. Because you may have had family members that, like, you know what I'm saying, they loved other cultures more than they loved you. You was like, well, goddamn, I'm your niece. I'm your nephew. I'm your daughter. I'm your son. I'm your stepdaughter. I'm your stepson. Whatever the case may be, I'm your cousin. Whatever the case may be, they was loving other folks more than they was loving you, and you was baffled. Like, well, wait the fuck a minute here. Aren't we family? Shit. That's where the challenges and the growth had a big divide. Shit, that was a big divide right there for you, because you were like, man, where... And it wasn't even the way you were raised. It was what you already internally knew. It was innate. You held family to a different standard. Once you saw your family was playing against you, yeah. Once that facade, I can't make it up at the bottom of the deck. Once that facade went on and revealed itself, while this man over here looking at me, Eating these noodles looking like he waiting for you to find out. Okay, that fuck around, find out moment. Yeah. 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 You already saw that their concerns were not sincere. They were hiding their true ulterior motives. Your family fucking nuts. I'm just gonna tell you like that. I know. And that's why right now you are in this quiet contentment, and it doesn't have to be with somebody else. You just quiet and content in your own damn peace, because your family's cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs. I ain't lying. That shit's not normal. The shit that goes on in your family is not normal. It's almost like they want to initiate other family members into some old weird ass shit. And you got a family where, you know, they don't unite, where daughters get along and shit. You know, you were supposed to be where, you know, everybody got along. Okay? Your kids, you don't pinch your kids against each other. You don't let another family member, you know, tell one child they're better than the other. That shit would set you out like, hold the fuck up. Nah, this person has their own unique abilities and gifts and you know, whatever it is. And this one, you know, man, there was a lot of shit pitting against each other in your family and all kind of shit. I promise you, you are at peace in your quiet contentment, and you may not even be with nobody else. This is just some simple companionship that you have with the Most High God, Source. I promise you, the divine creator of all living things, your angels, ancestors, and your spirit guides, and your brother Jesus Christ be riding with you, because he already know what kind of family you got. Your brother be like, okay. I just heard the Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost be like, shit. You got one of them families where even the divine is like, God damn. I knew I was sending you down there for a mission. God damn. When they say you the generational curse breaker, baby, you just might be. Where's that deck? Hold on. Let's see what comes out. Where's that deck, y'all? Hold up. Let me find it. Let's see what comes out of this deck. Oh. See, Spirit, every single time, I don't like doing that. Like, I go to pick up the deck and 4 cards be left behind. I don't know. Ugh. Look. There it is. I promise. Spirit's like, there's the message. That's why we leave it there. You were the one with all the new ideas. And listen, let me tell you, don't let this go to your head tree of life as I look here. Yeah. The one calling they power back, bringing on miracles, that healer you are. Okay. These folks was heartbroken behind the high priestess energy. That was the damn miracle. You was out. Listen, you was your family's miracle. You were the wisdom. Okay. Through life experiences, you became wiser and you used it to help yourself and others. They will never confess to that shit. Okay? Alright? You also hold the key to your destiny. Okay? You also hold the key to your destiny. That's also what has these people within these unspoken wants. Not just their needs, but wants. Because, see, you control the pot of gold. And this is above and below. They don't like that shit. They don't like that a high priestess energy here. Now, I know I told you about being title struck, and we will only call out the energies if they come out. You are a high priestess for whoever I'm speaking to, okay? Or a high priest. Flip the roles as you see fit. But yes, you're very intuitive when it comes to receiving downloads and straight from source. I promise you. That brought a lot of chaos into their life too, because you could always look at them and cause them out. Because look, you should have seen the look on my uncle's face. I must have looked at him like, did you just come up here and say I'm high? Like I'm downstairs doing some fucking drugs or some shit? Bitch, you gave it to me. I'm like, shit, I want the weed. He like, nah, I'm trying the mushrooms. I'm like, what is that? I don't, you know, it looked all dry, gray, scrunched up in a little bit. You know how back in the day, the little Sandra's bags, after you've had it for so long and it's been tied up in the bag, done lost the gloss to it. It's looking up. That's what it looked like. That nigga must have been holding on to that shit for I don't know how long. See, they already knew that you were going to be on a healing journey. Very high vibrational. very abundant. They knew abundant opportunities were always going to fall into your lap. This was heartbreaking for them. This was a silent understanding. They were heartbroken behind that, because it was like you were being passed down this inheritance. You were being passed down this 10 of Pentacles, this legacy, this dynasty. You were being passed down. That was breaking these niggas' hearts. That you're a healer? They're like, what? They're the healer? That's what they're saying. Like, because see, healing is just, it's not a lot to it. That's the trippy thing about it. See, I know people are going to say, no, I disagree. Listen, it ain't on you. It's in you. The jackets that people put on you, that's what's on you. You got a jacket put on you. They done manipulated the stories. They done manipulated everybody. They done lied on you like a fucking rug. They done hacked into your phones and your devices to pull whatever they can pull. And it's quite funny because they couldn't pull that goddamn much, I'll tell you that. They probably was like, oh, this bitch is boring. Oh, she's at a club here, a club there. Because I am going to be the first as a truth speaker as well to tell you shit. When in my 20s, hell yeah, I was at the club. What the fuck? Where else was I supposed to be at that age? Partying it up. You damn right. Why not? Shit, I'm 22, 23, 24, 25, what? 26, 27 years. I'm at the club. Hold up, it didn't stop there. 30. Okay, kept that shit rolling. Okay. I stayed up in a club. That's why I don't need a club now, because I be like, I ain't lying. Let me tell you, I wasn't a good drinker, right? So I used to look at, this is embarrassing, I'm going to just lay it out here for you. I used to look at other people's drinks, right? Ugh. One drink I couldn't drink was any dark liquors. My grandma, because I used to drink that Hennessy separator. They were called, what was they called? Oh, that's it, a Hennessy separator. Or a Long Island, right? But I would wake up the next morning and my legs and shit be aching. I'd be like, why in the hell? My grandma used to say that it's too rich for my blood. Okay? Whatever it was, whatever dark liquor it was. So then I used to go for like the colorful ones. I would see people with these kind of like aqua color looking drinks, green looking drinks. I've seen some like pink drinks and stuff. They got all them neat names, Purple Passion, all that weird shit. And I ain't trying to trigger nobody. If you are sober and you have come through that, I shade to you. Okay, I'm just expressing my experience. So I don't really be knowing what drinks to order. So I'll be like, what kind of drink is that? And they'd be like, oh, that's what do they call it? Something to do with Incredible Hulk. I think it's what it was called. I've had one of those, Island Passion or Passion Island or whatever those things are, right? You know what I'm saying? And I prefer drinks that don't taste like liquor, because that shit is disgusting, honestly. I'd be like, ugh, shit. I'd be having to plug my nose, don't say nothing. So I used to have to plug my nose and, do a shot. I can't just do a shot. I'll throw up everywhere, okay? I gotta plug my nose and throw back a shot and have a can of pop close by. Okay, something to wash that down, right? Your family was heartbroken because you was the damn healer, okay? They're looking at their past life echoes here, and they're like, damn, maybe you were honestly, like blessing family members just by keeping the love in your heart for them motherfuckers. Don't let that go over your head. I'll say it again. You were blessing your family by keeping the love in your heart for their ass. Facts. Because that was the beauty inside of you. Okay, beautiful unexpected blessings are coming, and I feel that they still are coming because of your past life echoes dealing with your ratchet family. Your ratchet was crazy. I mean, your family, your ratchet, right? Your ratchet family was crazy. Okay, listen. Somebody right now could be mad at you because you pull all the way up and off of their ass. Because a lot of these people in your family, I'm telling you, they don't like the fact that you called your power back. Recalling your power, reclaiming what was rightfully yours. They hot at that shit. Because they was feeding off of it, because you was the tree of life, I promise you. infinite possibilities, connecting to the divine within you and all around you. That's that energy. That's your energy. You was coming up with new ideas left and right. Message. They ain't gonna tell you it though. I feel like there's a couple of your family members that done ran with your patents. And I don't mean that you even got a patent. It was your idea. You may have thought about getting a patent. Them motherfuckers ran with it. They sure did. They started connecting the dots. They started starting things anew, new projects, new business ideas, and epiphanies you were having. I guarantee you they done ran it to somebody that could jump it off. That's where that abundance is at. The overflow of blessings. I feel like you got an overflow of blessings coming in because you've been a hellified contributor to the soul family. You sure have. You embrace, you connecting, you uplifting. That's another thing. See, you were doing that with their ass too. These is the people, look at here at the bottom of the deck, that betrayed you, and it was at a make or break situation. These motherfuckers been dancing with the devil for a very long time. This was someone close to you that was preying on your downfall. Look, it was a make or break. The choice was theirs. Give up or boss up. I feel like, you know what, make or break. They did the very least thing that they could do living in the matrix, because they wasn't even woke. They teamed up with people to come against the diamond in the rough. Shit, look at Spirit talking over here. They came up against people. Came up against you with people. Okay, they was dancing with the devil. For real, taking a big, huge risk. Okay? And the only thing they could do was team up with people in the matrix to come up against you and your type of power. They came up against the diamond in the rough, someone who was rare but true, a one of a kind, under pressure and in all things and all times, very overlooked, okay, turning into something great. That is what it was all about. These folks is also running around here acting married as hell. Like maybe marriage never fit in. Wow, what is this? Okay, maybe, why would I look at that like that? Boom, there it was. Look what happened. Bam. Maybe marriage never fit in for you. Maybe marriage wasn't something for you. Maybe the divine didn't ever want you to be married, because if you were married and it didn't work out, something was wrong. You were either not with your soulmate, or you just weren't supposed to be married at that time. But these are a lot of people that went on and got into marriages and things like that they really wanted to break free from, but it was the social fucking norm to be married. And these motherfuckers fell for the matrix, fell for the okie doke, not knowing that the marriage didn't do shit but make you become the man's object of property. The fuck? Whoa, Spirit going in this morning. It is not Sunday, okay. Listen, they was planting them seeds. See, this is where they planted the seeds, okay? They plant the seeds like, oh yeah, we're married, we're gonna grow, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you what happens in a marriage when it ain't 100% solid, when it ain't really all the way it's supposed to be. The kids grow fucked up like these motherfuckers. Them hidden secret marriages where mom's really not happy, dad's really not happy. Everybody thinks the kids are fucking sleeping shit while they up there arguing about who was cheating on who and shit. Kids laying in the bed wide awake like a motherfucker listening. You at 3:33, 3:37, 3:38 on the clock, 39, all the numbers in between. I saw 3:33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Those numbers may be significant to you. I promise you, these people right here, they was fucked up before you was born. This was this give and take always a give and take with these people. You were giving them divine love, they was giving you matrix love. Some bullshit. You would have did anything for any of them motherfuckers. And you were just by you unconditionally loving them, they was prospering. I promise you, they were. Your family crazy. But then wait, I just heard that Spirit. Listen here. Oh yeah, this motherfucker's nuts. Listen here. Your family's so crazy to where they be like, only we can fuck with them. Y'all can't. Mm. That's what I just heard. Your family's so crazy to where, yeah, nobody else can fuck with you, but they're the only ones that can fuck with you. They're the only ones that can cause turmoil and chaos in your life. Anybody else try to do it, oh, it's a problem. This is your family. That's some weird ass shit. I promise you, you had to say, shit. The divine was like, yeah, you had to be strong to be in a family like yours. I ain't lying. You had to be strong to be in a family like yours, family. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. You could be Leo energy out here. Ooh wee. To be in a family like yours, you had to be strong. Cause your family's off the chain with it. I ain't never picked like your family is. Whoa. Look, what am I looking at? Your family gonna have you looking within. Your family gonna have you looking within. You hear me? Now they want to look within too, but you gonna look within like, damn. I dodged that. You dodged these mofos right here. You had to be strong to have the family like you got. I ain't lying. Your family was testing every fucking limit you had. Or they thought you had, because they the closest ones to you. They know what will make you tick and what make you trigger. And listen, one time, let me tell you, I think I was like, you janksy motherfucker. Same as Raggedy Uncle. Okay, let me tell you what this motherfucker said. He was like, I don't know why you married him. I was like, what? He was like, that marriage isn't gonna work. I said, why would you say something like that? Now, mind you, okay, I went into the marriage like, look, you work doing this, I work doing that shit. We could put our money together. We pay this off, boom, rent this out, boom, go buy something else and just start a network of you know what I'm saying? Building generational wealth. Nah, I did. I married a whole walking health hazard. Okay, this motherfucker was fucking from Vallejo all the way to Colorado. Period. Message. Okay. So when my uncle told me the marriage isn't going to work because you're too independent, I said that's not true. It's not that I am too independent. It's just that I don't want to ask other people for what the fuck they work for. Because that's like, bitch, go get your own. Oops, excuse me. Damn. Ooh wee. Okay, all right, spirit. I'm sorry. That's like, go get your own. You know what I mean? Like, don't live off of other people's shit. That's annoying. Like, I don't know how to express it. Ooh wee. Maybe I'm not saying it right, but it's not like don't act. Oh, how can I say this? Oh man, let me think. Hold up. Give me a second. Ask when you need. Straight up though, okay? If you really need something, ask. But don't make it a habit of always being the one that's in need. You got to be strong when it comes to providing for your own needs first. Because see, look. Don't nobody want somebody that always got their fucking hand out. I'm just going to tell you the honest God truth. Don't nobody always want somebody that every time you see them, they need fucking something. That's not cool. That's like, you trying to avoid that energy at all costs. Because you like, damn, here you go again. I just helped your ass. You're very wise. You are able to discern, and you are a true speaker. You a seer too. You see shit. You see shit before it even comes to your way. You be like, here we go. Who sent you? That's the first question. Who sent you? Why are you here? There's a reason. Don't play with me. That's your energy. People be like, sometimes they're like taking it back, like, whoa, wait a minute. And not, whoa, wait a minute, motherfucker. It is what it is. I know what time it is. Quit playing with a real one. What is it? Who sent you? That be your energy, right? Your family because of, and I'm hearing these words specifically, because of the poverty they were raised up in. They never quite got over this dire need for that pot of gold. They've never learned to just place their whole self in the hands of the divine creator of all of them things. That's who created them. That's who created you. I mean, shoot, yeah, there was two people that got together. There was two to tango, right? But at that spark of light, once that sperm bank hit that egg sitting up there, yeah, there's a spark of light. Once that spark hit, that was the divine in the making right there. A lot of your family members, shit. And let me tell you what I just heard. They was all born as angels. Some are fallen angels. The path they chose is why they have fallen. Because they went to the whole other side of the planet with it. They went to the matrix side. They went to the side where, yeah, there was gaslight, manipulation, lies, deceit, trickery, and all that other weird shit. Greed comes out. That's the side they went to. That's the side they went to. That is the side they went to. I cannot make it up. They was you got a bunch of fallen angels in your family. Shit. Because they was apathetic. It was all about them. They wasn't really worried about you. That's that gaslighting shit over here. That's that fake facade. Yeah, oh, I'm here for you. If you need me, call me. As soon as you call that motherfucker and ask them something, they was like, nah, I ain't got it. But what they did get was your struggle or what you was going through, and that's what they used against you. Fuck your family. Them motherfuckers that was closest to you in that DNA line, that so-called bloodline, they are not your family. Them motherfuckers was doing you so goddamn dirty, it wasn't even funny. God was like, Lord have mercy. I know, child, I sent you down here for a mission. He said, I knew, child, I knew your family too. I feel like the divine knows all things, so he knew your family's outcome. He knew what your family was going to try to do too as well. But I know he's like, damn, now that you're realizing it, I know he knows you like, God damn, really? Are you kidding me? Type energy, right? At the bottom of the deck, God sitting up here cracking up like, Somebody does find your stories to be comical and your life a source of entertainment. Facts. When it comes to your family, they like, shit. That's crazy. Because what family that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. I would never give, and first of all, I probably wouldn't even give no shit like that to know. I'd have been like, nah, this is something if you decide to do it, y'all wait for you to become of age to figure out that's what you want to do. I ain't about to introduce you to a damn thing. I'm going to let you try something and see if you like it. If you like it, cool. If you don't, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to introduce you to it. I might be like, hey, shit, right now times is difficult. It's struggling. The times is a struggle out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? So people, that's when it's like, well, what did you do to survive the struggle? Shit, I tried to hop in the game. I tried to own me a dispensary and shit. But, well, you know, you got to come up with all kind of money for that. But, you know, you may have suggested that to people like, shit, see if you could own you a dispensary and see if you could tap in that way. Or, you know, open you a business of some sort. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, many people was doing it. But then what they do, oh, if you got a felony, you can't own a dispensary. No, I ain't got no damn felony. But I know a lot of people had to close their dispensaries who did. That was another way of systematic control. But can't nobody say that you wasn't held in high honor because you didn't lead nobody down no wrong paths for no. This just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna lead somebody down the wrong path intentionally. What the fuck? That's so wrong. But your family will. Your family done turned on friends, foes, bros, all that good shit. To include you, because they was desperate. At the bottom of the deck. They was desperate. Now them being desperate got them looking within. I ain't lying, look. They were so desperate that they were willing to bind themselves to you and your blessings and everything about you without being rational. Without looking at consequences for trying to take something from somebody that would have probably willingly gave it to you. Like, hey, yeah, shit. I mean, man, listen here. I'm kind of hard hell. If I got that kind of money, shit, yeah, what you want? What you need? I'll pay that off for you and give you this type energy. Shit, that's, you got it. Who wouldn't? Oh, well, okay, well, I shouldn't say that. Everybody like, everybody wouldn't. Like, okay, all right, I get you. I see what you're saying. Okay. Not everybody has that kind of a heart. Not everybody has the heart to get. Yes, I heard that. Look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the wealthy families in the world. But I'm here to explain something to you. God give it, God take it. Do not play about that shit right there. God giveth, he will take it. And that is a motto I say constantly. I'd be like, you know what, Lord? You here, you have taken care of me, the Most High God, the divine creator of all living things. You have taken care of me. If you want me to have something, you're going to give it to me. And if you don't want me to have something, then I will not obtain it. And those are the facts. And I mean, if you just know that, for hell on believing it, you got to know it within. If God, listen, everything happens for a reason. There is nothing that is coincidental. I promise you that. Sometimes it's a wake-up call for people. Sometimes it's just like, like boom. Like I ain't gonna front with y'all, man. I was out, I have a tendency, because I am a social butterfly, I have to watch myself, because I just, I am naturally a social butterfly. I don't mind sharing my life's experiences and telling people what has happened and, all kind of shit. I mean, I'm just open like that because I don't have time to fuck around. I'm like, hey, let's get to the nitty gritty. This is me. The meatballs of things. You know what I'm saying? This is me. This is boo boo wah. Can you handle it? If you can handle it, then cool. If you can't, not a problem. You know what I mean? I've never been somebody that was a manipulator. I ain't got to manipulate a damn thing. All I got to do is tell the truth. And them is the facts. I don't have to lie about a damn thing because I ain't got time to be trying to remember no damn lie. First of fucking all, shit, that's annoying. I am not about to try to have to remember a damn lie. I said what I said when I said it and I meant it. And if this is how it went down, that's how it went down. So when he walked his ass upstairs talking about, Mom, she's high, I was like, I said, what? I was like, well, he gave it to me. My grandma just looked back at him. You know what? Over the years of me growing up, when people would come to my grandmother and say, well, she did this or she did that, my grandma would turn around and ask them, well, what'd you do to her? Because I ain't somebody that just go and do some shit to somebody. That's weird as fuck. What the fuck? Why would you intentionally do something to some fucking body? Does that even make sense? Especially if it's bad. You be like, why would you do that? That's the first fucking question in my mind. Somebody do some ignorant shit to somebody that ain't did shit to them. The first thing I'm thinking is like, what the fuck made you, why? My grandma started asking me, well, what'd you do to her? Because she about to come back and tell the truth. So, before you come tell me shit, what'd you do to her? Well, yeah, that part. Because I am not a meddler. I'm not about to meddle. If I see something that disturbs my soul and it's dealing with children or elderly, fuck that shit. Because I don't want to go to jail. So I got to use the resources around me. You can't always just be calling the police and shit no more. Okay? And it's not nothing against the law enforcement. But nowadays, shit, we have grown accustomed to being a certain color. You just don't be picking up the phone calling Popo. That's just the way it is. For certain people sometimes. Not everybody. Not everybody. But yeah. So I'm telling you, your raggedy ass family, they've been mentally ill for a very long time. And I mean on a level where it'll have you scratching your head. Some of y'all know the depths of them. I'd be shocked. Because it's nothing that would ever cross my mind. I'm like, what? Well, who would do that? Look, I'll be over here talking to spirit like, what? Well, why would they? Whoa. That's me. Why are they over here doing that? That don't make no sense. Why would they do that? Who would do that? That's fucking crazy. No way. Battling with my spirit team like shit. Yes, way. Yes, yes, and yes. I'll be like, wow. That's crazy. That doesn't make sense. But it's because they have grown up, I heard, in poverty, wanting things, okay, feeling like the system had done them an unjust at one point of time or something like that. And so this gives me the energy of like, they couldn't get back at who they wanted to get back at, how they wanted to get back at them. So then everybody was open game, to include you. They friends, they foes, they family members, they co-workers, they exes, they beginnings, they middlemen, all that. Everybody was open game. They didn't give a fuck. And that's crazy energy. Because that means that's unhinged to me. That's how I look at that. That's unhinged. That doesn't always mean unhinged. You just went violent like a boy in a movie. But shit, that was unhinged. You got some family members that are out here like that, but they keeping their hand hidden in what the fuck they got going on. They like, they can't know it was attached to me. You looking like, bitch, you crazy. Like, ooh, like you did that? Why would you do that? That's why, like, a lot of questions, when I see family members that do things for money, like, boom. Listen, I ain't about to marry you for no fucking money. I don't give a damn. I ain't marrying you for no goddamn money. Because then I'm not going to be miserable and then married your ass for some damn money and shit, and I'm miserable. Fuck you. You got a fat bank account, but you living like, yeah, nah. I'm cool. I'll be like, never mind. I'm cool. Yes, me and my first husband, hell yeah, I fell in love with him head over heels. It was like that motherfucker put a love spell on my punk ass. Okay. Yes. I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with him. And I think it was because it was something about him and my dog. Okay, my dog, I was like, damn, my dog didn't like nobody, but my dog took to him. See, there it was. He probably had some sort of spell over the po dog. There was a lot of things in your family going on that you really didn't even know about. Your mother may have known about a lot of stuff too. It's something that has been suppressed within you. Maybe you might be a lot stronger in spiritual culture practices than you may even know. And that's where a lot of jealousy and envy came from too, because it wasn't like you had to practice it. This is what I'm getting. You didn't have to practice shit. It is already in you. It's like shit, you ask, you shall receive. That's why you be trying to be careful about what you be asking for, because you be like, Lord, please send me this. And then you be like, oh, damn, I should have put some emphasis on that. I should have, outlined it better type energy. I should have said, send me someone who loves me unconditionally that will protect you. You know what I'm saying? And line that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, no, you just threw it out there. Send me somebody. Well, blam. He sent you somebody, all right. You was like, what the fuck? I ain't asked for this shit. You know what I mean? Back to the drawing board, right? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You like, Lord, send me a family that's, loving and you didn't ask for that. You just was like, okay, I'm here. I'm here now. Now that I'm here, what do? You was going with the flow. You was walking on the path, but let me tell you, you got some dark family members. You may have some family members of the light, but they like few, far, and in between. They ain't really messing with the other family. And like I said in another reading, you're neither dark nor light. You're neither good nor bad. You just this middle thing, this middle man. You this middle energy. But you always lead from a place of caring. You always lead from a place of, nurturing, compassion, and empathetic. But as soon as the motherfuckers prove you wrong, I promise you, you put that shit to an end. You put that shit to an end. That's why they say you could be cold too. And it's not that you're cold, you just see who people are. You be like, I'm good. Shit. And your family, you've given them more than enough time. I'm just gonna lay it out there for you. I promise you. Didn't I tell you your manifestation, the way you manifest, your manifestations is off the chain. Look at all the Jezebels popping out. Look at this. This is the energy. Ooh, and this is so sad, but you got a lot of Jezebel energy in your family too. All of them was hoes at one point in time. Believe that. This is some little downs. I'm getting a lot of behind the, secretive. Okay, it ain't out in the open. It ain't out in the open, okay? You could have come from a past where you was kind of Jezebelish, okay? But you just are a late bloomer. I'm picking up that energy too. Like, you just late blooming on the whole smack scene, okay? You be like, I've tried this, or I've tried, you know what I'm saying? And you're just a late bloomer. You could be a Jezebel energy, born in 97, born in the 80s. This is that Gen X. No, Gen X is 80, up to 80. You Gen Z. Okay, a lot of Gen Z energy out here, 97 babies and Jezebel energy. Okay, you could be this Gen X energy and the healing energy. That's where it's different. Yo, shit, tell me more. And then listen, I heard the reason it's like that is because you got a whole bunch of intel men right now that they willing to pay. This is crazy. Listen. You got a whole bunch of intel men, okay, that are willing to pay for Jezebel energy, but you're the healer. You're not in a lustful energy. Listen, I cannot make it up. You're not in a lustful energy. Can't nobody come and hand you no money. You like, bitch, if you don't get away from me with that, because then first of all, like, don't play with my emotions, don't play with my intelligence, and don't play with my, you know what I'm saying, my value, my standards, my morals. Like, the fuck? That's disrespectful. See, you that older energy, you this Gen X energy, these Jezebels, and no offense intended with the Jezebels, okay? I ain't saying nothing about y'all, but I am saying something about y'all. You have been conditioned. You have been conditioned. That's why a lot of y'all, you ain't in, because you're not in lustful energy, you're not in a bunch of conflict. But these baby girls over here, they in all kind of goddamn conflict. They want to put that shit to an end. Because they like, damn, they dealing with the same thing you dealt with in your 20s and 30s, cheating ass people. And you be like, okay, if you had to cheat, why didn't we just have a fucking open relationship? And therefore, I wouldn't have had no damn expectations. But see, it was too... See, that's what they don't like. You know, they don't want to build that trust in that sort of a process. They don't want to build trust like that. Like, what? You'll agree? Hell yeah, because you the rich girl. As above, so below. And within, as within, and so without. On the inner and the outer. Okay? As within and on the outer. Yeah. You're like, okay, cool. We can get a good understanding with knowing that you're not monogamous to me. I'm not monogamous to you. We're having an open relationship. You can do what you want to do. I can do what I want to do. But wait for it. I know my word. So you gonna take care of me. Because every time you hooking up with any energies, you was taking care of them. That is the message. Back in the 80s, that's how you like, I'm not about to just be hanging out with you just for the fuck of it. So everything was built on solid foundations. Either y'all together or you're not. But there was an understanding. There was a trust in a process. Either we're together or we're not. Nowadays, it's not like that. It's been conditioned for a lot of younger generations to have to go through shit, because look what they done did with the prices. These babies can't handle a fucking job and all these goddamn bills and shit, and then not have a sugar daddy on the motherfucking side. Poor babies. Tell me more, spirit. Bondage. Didn't I tell you they bound these children to this shit? Sink or swim. And this has happened in every family and in all cultures. And you the one that's the seer, the sayer, the shaman, the true speaker, the healer of the realms. You the one that's delivering the message, because you the messenger. Shit, your family is hot about that. They were mad out the gate that you held the wisdom that so many of them did not. Message. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to leave that message here. Hopefully it brings you some clarity. I love you and the divine loves you. Let's get ready to close out. At this time, I release the weight of deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. And until next time, Ashe.